Hey, this is Brooke, functional medicine dietitian specializing in fertility, and this is the Fertility Dietitian podcast, where I help you uncover the barriers that are preventing you from optimizing your fertility and teach you how to work with your body to finally take home a healthy baby. Each week, I will be diving into different topics on fertility and sharing my perspective on physiology, metabolic health, nutrition, and lifestyle approaches that have helped hundreds of couples get pregnant even after years of heartache. My goal is to empower you with the knowledge you need to take back control of your fertility. Happy listening. I'm not even going to make you listen to the entire episode to learn what the secret to optimizing fertility is, because it shouldn't be a secret. It's preconception care. I could talk for hours about the importance of preconception health, but I'm not going to do that because I want you to stick around. You will learn what preconception care is, why it is important, and how to start supporting it. When I think about fertility, I think about energy. Every cell in our body creates energy with ingredients from food like minerals and sugars. Fertility is an extremely energy intensive process. Our body is literally preparing to build a tiny human from scratch. That requires a ton of energy. And we live in a time where a lot of our energy is being used up by our detox pathways due to high toxic burden, our go, go, go lifestyle, our high stress jobs, and our overuse of hormonal birth control and other medications. We'll talk more in depth about these areas in future episodes, but for now, know that your body will prioritize you over reproduction. So to optimize fertility, we have to consider where the energy is going in order to prioritize your fertility. This is really where preconception care comes in. And when I say preconception care or preconception health, I'm referring to how your body is being cared for and nourished in a very minimum of 3 to 4 months before pregnancy. This is because it takes the follicle 100 days to mature. And actually, it's longer than that, but this 3 to 4 month time frame is when we have the greatest impact on the quality of the egg that will ovulate about 3 months later. And I should say the greatest impact with nutrition and lifestyle changes specifically. So sperm production takes around 80 days. So to see significant improvements in the quality of the sperm, we also need to be focusing on nutrition and lifestyle changes for at very minimum 3 months prior to conception as well. And if you haven't been fueling your body well, maybe you have current health or cycle concerns or a history of hormonal birth control, ideally, we're focusing on preconception care for more like 12 to 18 months. But with individualized support, we do see very high success rates at 6 months of preconception care, even if the body hasn't been treated like a temple most of your life. This might sound like a long time, but when we are improving the quality of the egg and the sperm and making the body feel safe enough to nourish a pregnancy, it actually decreases the time to having a healthy baby. So would you rather try to conceive for years or prep for 6 months and then conceive your healthy baby within a couple of months? This is what we see in my Master Your Fertility program. Couples that have tried everything in the book on their own, trying to conceive for years, finally get the individualized support that they deserve and conceive their healthy baby on average 6 months after working together. Okay, so why else is preconception care important? There is more. Your health and the health of your partner before conception even takes place impacts the lifelong health of your future tiny human. Why? Because the food we eat provides the resources our egg and sperm need to thrive. In other words, our nutrition and how our body is able to use it has a huge impact on the quality of the egg and the sperm that will go on to be the DNA of your tiny human. And we actually have the power to impact multiple generations of health with preconception care. How freaking cool is that? If you conceive a female, your health pre-pregnancy and during pregnancy doesn't only impact her health, but your future grandchildren's health. Because by 5 months of gestation, a female has developed all of the eggs she will ever have. Why aren't we taught this? Right? No matter how you are trying to conceive, and yes, we really do see significant improvements in IVF outcomes with preconception care. Investing the time in your health prior to conception can decrease the risk of miscarriage, pregnancy complications, and improve your birth outcomes. The most common cause of early miscarriage is chromosomal abnormalities. So, about 40 to 50% of miscarriages are due to chromosomal abnormalities or genetic error. And focusing on egg and sperm quality is crucial for minimizing those chromosomal abnormalities. It takes at least 3 months to see a major change in the quality and decrease those chromosomal abnormalities. Other common reasons for miscarriage include clotting or immune factors and thyroid imbalances, even subclinical thyroid dysregulation, all of which can be addressed with appropriate preconception care. Aside from greatly reducing the risk of miscarriage, preconception care also decreases the risk of pregnancy complications like preeclampsia, gestational diabetes, preterm birth, low birth weight, developmental abnormalities, just to name a few. Okay. Additionally, your immune system will be building your baby's immune system. The majority of our immune system depends on our gut health, which also impacts how we are digesting and absorbing nutrients. Remember, we can't transfer nutrients to baby that we don't have. And if we're not digesting and absorbing nutrients appropriately, we're not supporting that egg and sperm quality in the way that we are designed to. If we go into pregnancy deficient, we can impact brain development, organ development, and so much more. So, planning to improve your diet once you find out you're pregnant is really not the best plan, especially when it's pretty questionable whether you'll be able to eat much variety during your first trimester. So, building stores preconception can get you through those early weeks. Okay, so I know you're probably dying to hear what my top tips for preconception care are. Please remember that these are general. They are a great place to start, but don't be afraid to get more support that is going to be tailored to your individual body. Eating breakfast within 1 hour of waking should be a non-negotiable. A minimum of 100 grams of animal protein daily, thinking red meat, high quality dairy, whole eggs, organ meat, fish, seafood, all great options to reaching that minimum goal of 100 grams of protein a day. Don't fear fat or carbs. Focus on avoiding seed and vegetable oils and boosting your fats like fatty fish, avocados, olive oils, butter. Even saturated fat is very supportive of all of our hormones and fertility. Quality sleep is really, really important. Our rest and repair period happens at night. We want a minimum of 7 hours of good quality sleep. Getting sunlight daily, and overcast counts. You're still getting that natural light. Lots of benefits from spending time in nature and reducing your toxic burden. Okay, those are all pretty big topics that we'll definitely be diving into a lot of detail in future episodes, but I have a little something for you. I'll mention at the end of this episode too. So keep listening. Another trick or tip to start doing during this preconception period is start tracking your cycle signs if you're not already. Start tracking your cervical mucus signs, start tracking your symptoms in each phase of your cycle. Start tracking what's happening with your bleeding. Are you spotting outside of your flow? What's happening with clotting? These signs and symptoms will really help if you do reach out for additional support. It will help us get to the bottom of what's going on with your body and how we can better support it. So, this is a really great start to taking a full body approach to optimizing your fertility. And if you are looking for a bigger, more in depth checklist, I've linked one for you in the show notes. And of course, we will be diving deeper into many of these topics throughout the season. See you next week. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Fertility Dietitian podcast. If you enjoyed it, please leave a review to let me know what topics you want more of or less of. If you want to keep learning, subscribe at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Check out my website for more info on my private coaching program, Master Your Fertility, or my membership community, Fertility Blueprint. And don't forget my digital store. Come say hi on YouTube and Instagram. See you in the next episode.